Hunters, the final weapon trailers have been released and Charge Blade looks lit as it usually does. I'm gonna go over all the moves that have stayed the same as well as some minor changes and finally the 2 new wire bug moves. Just before that though, a big shout out to my community member Justice Acolyte for helping me break down this weapon that I'm not super well versed in, but because of her I was able to get this video out pretty quickly. Alright, jumping on in guys, honestly the moves look great and clean. We see a lot of similar combos in this trailer. Right from the start we see the shield thrust and the SAD, both which are used in most combos. The condensed element slash or the sword charge is also returning and it seems like it has the same charge around the blade, so we can probably assume Mind's Eye will be returning with it. Aside from the sword and the SAD, the trailer really focuses on the axe mode, which I thought was really interesting. We see here that the hunter goes into the air with a wire bug, morphs into axe mode, and then immediately goes into the element discharge 2 and then into an AED to finish it off. Another note for more axe mechanics is the new wire bug move, which actually is a quick moving morph into axe mode. So again, if you watch it quickly, the hunter can go straight into element discharge 2, which is then a perfect segue into the amped element discharge. Now my guess is from these two things is that the Monster Hunter version, it was a little bit more complicated to reach the amped element discharge, only useful to really cancel the super amped element discharge or to end Savage Axe mode. So here I think they've created more ways to reach this mode and quicker as well, which will be useful against very agile monsters. The one thing we don't see in this trailer though is the Savage Axe mode. We only get one scene where there's icons and we don't see the Savage Axe mode, so as of now we don't really know if it's going to be returning or not. Another cool thing that we can note for the Charge Blade, particularly the amped element discharge and super amped element discharge, is right before there's some steam that actually appears on the blade and shield. Now this may be a new visual to help indicate to users when is their chance to switch to AED or to perform an element round slash to charge their files or to convert to Savage Axe mode. I think this extra visual will be really helpful for hunters who struggled in World with the timing of Charge Blade. Now finally onto the big new wire bug move, the counter peak performance. Now this move is super cool. You basically set up a defensive shield which when you get hit charges all your files to max and you can immediately move into a super amped element discharge. Now being a wire bug move, of course it's going to use one of the wire bug charges, so we'll have to be a little bit more tactical when we use it. But I think this is a huge game changer as it opens the doors to multiple SAD combos in a really quick period of time. You can literally super amp element discharge, counter peak performance, SAD again, and then counter peak performance again on the next hit because we know we have at least 2 bug charges that were shown at the Tokyo Games show. Now of course being a counter move, it won't be useful against knocked monsters, but I think this will be very helpful in group hunts. So overall from this trailer, I'm really seeing a bigger focus on axe mode, and we aren't sure if that's just because they really want to show it off or because in Rise we'll actually have a more useful axe mode. But having a wire bug more dedicated to morphing while also having a wire bug move that actually helps make the SAD easier to use indicates to me that there's some sort of balancing here, and I think we're going to see a little bit of a nerf on the SAD while seeing axe mode get a bit of a buff. So definitely something to look forward to and keep an eye out for. I really can't wait to use this weapon. It looks freaking amazing. A reminder to all of you, the demo comes out in January sometime and the full game is launching on March 26th on the Nintendo Switch. So till next time hunters, stay safe and keep hunting.